Hey everyone, it's your girl Kiera and I'm back with another YouTube video. On this video, we're gonna do a quick comparison when it comes to DIY microlocs or working with the Loctician. For those of you that are new here, my name's Kiera Cherie. I've been locked for a little over 5 years now, and these are DIY microlocs, okay? So that means I sat my butt down for an extended amount of time and braided up my hair and it locked over time, okay? That pretty much means I'm well equipped to talk about the pros and cons of doing your own microlocs versus getting them done by a loctician. So if you're someone thinking about braidlocs or microlocs and you're not sure if you wanna just do them yourself or go get them done professionally, here's a couple things that you're gonna wanna keep in mind. First and foremost, the cost difference, okay? Obviously, DIY microlocs are free 99, right? You sit your butt down, you part your hair, you braid up your hair, you do maybe 2-strand twists, maybe you're doing the coil method. If you don't know which starter lock method is for you, I have a video in the description that you can check out. But yeah, you've made that decision to lock your hair. Really, when I think about the cost difference, obviously, it's important to note that doing it yourself is free, but you do pay a different type of cost, right? It's the labor, right? You're sitting down for an extended amount of time, depending on how thick and dense your hair is, can be longer. For me, it took me about 16 hours to braid up all my hair. And at the time I was done, I believe I had 250-ish braids in my hair. But not only that, I washed my hair, conditioned my hair before. I did a very light flat iron to my natural hair, and then I just braided up all my hair. But yeah, that took me 16 hours, and I didn't do it all in one sitting. I'm not someone that's gonna just like struggle down, chill later. Like, no, I'm gonna go at my own pace. That it's, you know, it's a marathon. It's a marathon. Yeah, so it was a long time ago, but I believe I got it done in 3 days, and it was like 6 hours here, 6 hours there, and then the rest that following day. Right after I installed them, I had washed my hair because as you'll learn when you have microlocs and you commit to microlocs, the more you wash it in like that baby phase and that teenage phase, the sooner it's gonna lock, right? And then the looser the braid pattern, the faster it's gonna lock, right? And so you're gonna learn all this stuff along the way. And if you are curious about this stuff, check out my catalog of videos. I'm educating y'all. I'm letting y'all know what's up, okay? But yes, although it is free, you're gonna be spending your own physical time doing like labor. And it's different than working with Loctician because you are gonna sit there, but sometimes they may move faster than you. And also you're not like using your hands and your arms and all that. On a positive note, when you're doing it yourself, you know, you're getting a good arm and hand workout. Hey, but because you're doing it yourself, it may take a little bit longer and you may need to, you know, take some breaks. So all in all, DIY is free, but the cost really is your time and your labor. And then if I were to go to a loctician for this, I believe that this could have taken anywhere between maybe like 10 hours, like 8 to 10 hours, you know, just from what I'm seeing, industry standards, how many locks I have, how long my hair was at the time. I believe after my hair was braided, it was like only like 9-10 inches long. As of today, we're at 17, like 18 inches going on 19. Hey, but yes, so they would have done a lot faster. I'm going to be honest. It costs a good coin, okay? It costs a good dollar. Your dollars will be spent when you are doing it through a loctician. I believe that the cost can range from about $1,000, like entry level, and it can get up to the 2s and 3s, depending on where you go, especially in Los Angeles. We all know it's expensive here. That includes working with those beauticians, okay? Because they got to pay their booth rents, and they got to, you know, keep the roofs over their head and the lights on, and, you know, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So that initial install will be like the highest payment you pay all up front. So that's something to think about. Now, ongoing costs. DIY, obviously, it's free unless you switch it up and then you decide, hey, I put these in myself, but I want someone else to maintain it. I believe it can cost anywhere between like $200 to $500. Now, when it comes to how frequent you'll be going in to like touch up your roots, it really depends on you and your hair growth. I am now retwisting my hair every like 5 or 6-ish weeks. My hair has just been dropping. I feel like as my locks have aged and I've aged and I'm growing and I'm adopting new habits as well, and I'm expanding healthier habits, my hair is growing a lot faster. So now I get my locks retwisted every 5 weeks. I do them or my husband will do them. It's a team here, so it's very helpful. But if you are going through a loctician in LA, the price can range between $200 to $500 depending on how many locks you have, as well, right? So when we think about the math, let's say you're getting your hair done twice a quarter, right? So every 3 months you're getting it done, and let's say costs about $700 more or less, right? So 700 times 4, that's $2,800. The ongoing cost can be over $2,800, at $2,800 or more, depending on how frequently you're going in the shop. So there are some folks that will start their locks off with a loctician, and then over time they will learn to do the upkeep themselves. Then you're gonna save on those costs. But when it comes to a cost breakdown, obviously it's going to be way more expensive to work with a loctician, but some people find that that's worth it to them still because, they don't have to do that work themselves, right? Now, another thing to think about when it comes to doing your own locks and working with a loctician is the skill level and learning curve. For me, I wasn't too equipped when it comes to the parting patterns. I did, go through YouTube University, and so I personally tried the brick method in my hair halfway through, and then I got to the back and I was like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And honestly, I've learned with my own hair, it really doesn't matter. Like, the front looks like the back. To me, as long as the parts are somewhat consistent, the actual parting grid, whether it's like square, diamond, it doesn't matter. And consistent meaning like the same size more so. In my opinion, if you really want clean cut, crisp parts, then obviously working with a loctician would be the preferable method. Unless you have that attention to detail and you can do that yourself. Yourself, so hey. So when it comes to DIY locks, in summary, there's going to be a skill level gap if you're doing it yourself versus going with a advanced loctician, or if you start it yourself and then you upkeep it with a loctician. I did it myself. Do I regret doing my own Microlocs? No, not at all. But I do say that one con for me in this experience was just the learning curve. And honestly, regardless of what you do, just practice patience, because this style takes a long-term commitment if you want to reap the benefits of your style. That means going through the baby phase, the teenage phase, all of that, right? Whatever you start, just commit to it, commit to finish, and see it all the way through. Okay, so on this channel, I talk about my Microlocs. I share my Microlocs DIY best practices here. Again, these are braid locks that I started myself. So if you're in a similar position or situation, let's stay connected. And also, if you're an introspective person, you like to talk about the inner working relationships in society, you like travel content, you like music content, you like fitness content, that's what I'm about. And this is what my YouTube channel is going to be about. So it's a one-stop shop here. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.